8 engagements, 5 couples walking into that venue tonight. And based on public marriage records, spoiler sources, 11 episodes of red flags, and 1 woman who allegedly already knew the answer before she put on her dress, I know exactly what is going to happen at every single altar. Every single one. And 2 of these predictions are going to absolutely break your heart. One of them is going to make you stand up and cheer, and one of them, the one nobody saw coming, is going to have the entire internet in complete chaos before the episode even finishes loading. Tonight is the night. The Love is Blind Season 10 finale drops on Netflix at 3 a.m. Eastern, and before you watch a single second of it, you need to hear these predictions first. Because once you see what I am about to show you, you are never going to watch this finale the same way. Let us go couple by couple, right now. Okay, before we get into every prediction, 3 things you need to know going into tonight. Number 1, I have cross-referenced public Ohio marriage license records, Reality Receipts podcast reporting, Reality Steve's Instagram, the tab's spoiler breakdown, and 11 episodes of behavioral pattern analysis to make these calls. This is not guessing. This is research. Number 2, 5 couples are walking into that venue tonight. Of those 5, only 2 are walking out with a completed marriage license, and I'm going to tell you which 2, with receipts. Number 3, there is a detail about one specific altar moment tonight that changes how you feel about the entire season. Not just that couple, the whole season. And once I explain it to you, you are going to go back and rewatch episode 1 with completely different eyes. Subscribe right now if you are a Love is Blind fan. Finale drops in hours. Let us get into every single prediction. Couple number 1, Mike Gibney and Emma Betzinger. My prediction? Mike says no. Emma says it is okay. Neither of them gets married tonight. Here is exactly why. Emma said yes to Mike at the end of episode 11. She stood at that altar and said, "I can't see a future without you." She said, "I love you. I really, really do." And that was a yes. And then the screen cut to black before Mike could answer. That cliffhanger has been killing the internet for a week. But here is the thing. Reality Receipts, the spoiler podcast that has been accurate on this season to an almost disturbing degree, reported something that completely reframes that cliffhanger. Emma already knew Mike was going to say no before she ever walked down that aisle. She had the information. She knew. And she put the dress on anyway, said yes anyway. And when Mike started to say no at the altar, Emma jumped in first. She said, "It is okay. It is a no for me too." So the question is not, will Mike say no? The question is whether Emma saying yes when she already knew it was no was a moment of genuine love or a moment of self-protection. And I think the answer is somewhere in the middle. She wanted one last declaration. She wanted to be the one who showed up fully, even if the other person could not. Is that brave? Absolutely. Is it also one of the most complicated emotional choices anyone has ever made on this show? Without question. The incomplete marriage license in Columbus, Ohio confirms it. No wedding for Mike and Emma. But here's the prediction within the prediction. Mike Gibney is going to say something at that altar that is going to reframe his no in a way that makes the audience understand it instead of hate him for it. Because Mike is not a villain in this story. He is a man who proposed knowing there was an unresolved fundamental incompatibility and then spent 11 episodes hoping love would be enough to override it. The children question was never resolved. The altar was always going to be the place that truth landed. My confidence level on this prediction? 95%. Couple number 2, Ashley Carpenter and Alex Henderson. My prediction? No wedding. Ashley walks. and it is the best thing that happens in this entire finale. Here is my case. I have done 2 full videos on Ashley and Alex this season. Short version: Alex told another woman at the Cabo pool that she was more his physical type than his own fiancé. He asked for a shared period tracking app to monitor Ashley's cycle. He mansplained her own body to her on camera. His story about an ex in Austin kept changing. His former coworkers went on TikTok saying they were shocked to see him on the show. And Ashley's father, a lawyer, clocked every single inconsistency in 30 seconds flat. The finale preview tells us everything we need to know without telling us anything directly. Ashley is shown crying both in and out of her wedding dress. There is a voice in the preview saying she flat out called him a liar. And the back of Ashley's head can be seen as she walks out of the venue, while Alex is still standing at the altar. She called him a liar. In front of his family. In front of her family. In front of cameras that are going to broadcast this to millions of people. And then she left. Reality Steve and the Tab both confirmed no completed marriage license exists in Ohio or anywhere else for Ashley Carpenter and Alex Henderson. Ashley walked into this experiment saying she had a bad picker when it came to men, and she proved it. But what matters tonight is not that she chose wrong. What matters is that she found the courage to say so out loud at the hardest possible moment. My confidence level? 98%. This is the most certain prediction of the night. Couple number 3, Brittany Wicker and Devontae Anderson. My prediction? They never make it to the ceremony. No altar moment, no vows. Split before the wedding day. Here is why. Brittany is sharp. She came into this experiment knowing exactly what she wanted, and she has been processing Devontae's behavior in real time all season. The prenup conversation, the comments about partnership that felt just slightly off from what Brittany needed. The fundamental disagreement about what showing up for each other actually looks like. The finale preview barely features them together. Devontae is heard saying everything is like great, which on this show means nothing is great. Brittany says she can see her life being with him, which sounds exactly like someone who is still trying to convince herself. And the Tab confirmed what most of us suspected. Reality Receipts found a marriage certificate for Brittany and Devonta, but it was in a different county, and it was incomplete, which means they may have started the process and stopped, or the record is from something unrelated. Either way, no wedding for Brittany and Devonta. And based on the trajectory of their relationship since Cabo, this is the correct outcome. My confidence level? 88%. Couple number 4, Jordan Faith and Amber Morrison. My prediction? They get married tonight. And they are not together right now. This is the most complicated prediction on the list, because I genuinely believe Jordan and Amber loved each other. The chemistry was real. The humor was genuine. The way they talked to each other had an ease that Ashley and Alex or Brittany and Devonta never really achieved. But Jordan is not a parent. He has never been a stepfather, and Amber has a 7-year-old daughter named Emma. In the finale preview, Jordan says directly, "It is a lot of pressure." That is not a man who is fully ready. That is a man who loves a woman and is hoping love is enough to make him ready in time. They say yes to each other tonight. There is a completed marriage license. I am confident in that. But Reality Receipts reported that their marriage broke down after filming ended. Multiple sources described their relationship during and after filming as very tumultuous in ways the show did not air. And the expectation is that their split is revealed at the reunion. They got married, and they are already over. That is going to be the gut punch of this entire finale. Not the no at Mike and Emma's altar, not Ashley calling Alex a liar, The yes from Jordan and Amber that did not survive the real world. My confidence level on the marriage? 85%. On the split post-filming? 78%. Couple number 5. Victor St. John and Christine Hamilton. My prediction? They get married tonight. They are still married, and they are the only couple from this entire season that is. This one requires the least explanation and the most appreciation. Vic and Christine were the first couple to get engaged this season. They were sent to Malibu alone while everyone else went to Mexico because production could not afford to follow 7 couples to Cabo. They may have filmed significant portions of their relationship themselves because the camera crew was not always available to cover them. And somehow, away from the drama and the pool confrontations and the mixer gossip, they built something real. Their marriage license shows a wedding date of April 9th, 2025. That is not a rumor. That is a public record. Vic was spotted wearing a ring over the summer. Christine's end-of-year Instagram said 2025 loved me more than I could have imagined. And reality receipts confirmed. They are still happily married today. 1 couple out of 8 engagements, still together, almost a year later. The finale preview shows Vic's family expressing some hesitation. His sister says it is just strange meeting someone on the day of. But here is what I know about how that scene ends. Christine does not try to win the sister over with a speech. She says she understands. She says she is just going to show up. And Vic's mother and aunt already embraced Christine fully before that conversation even happened. Tonight, Vic looks at Christine in her wedding dress and says exactly what he has been saying since the pods. That he sees her. That she is a well of love, and that there is nobody else he wants to choose. And Christine says yes. Again. The same way she has been saying yes to this relationship since episode 1. My confidence level? 99%. This is the only certainty of the entire season. Okay, I need to give you the full picture before tonight, because the number is important. 8 engagements, 7 couples on screen. 1 couple completely cut from the season because the man ghosted his fiancée the second filming ended and moved to Tampa. 5 couples walking into that venue tonight. 2 weddings that actually happen. 1 of those marriages already over. 1 still standing. 1 real ending out of 8 chances. That is Love is Blind Season 10. And here is my final hot take before you go watch this finale. Because this is the thing I want you to think about while you are watching every altar moment tonight. The only couple that worked this season was the one the show did not fully film. The couple Netflix sent to Malibu alone because they could not afford the full production. The couple that filmed themselves. The couple that got the least screen time and the least dramatic moments and the least reality TV chaos. Vic and Christine did not succeed despite the experiment. They succeeded partly because the experiment left them alone long enough to be real with each other. And every other couple, every single one, was surrounded by cameras and producers and dramatic music and a cast full of people making bad decisions in public. And that environment did not help them. It just lit up their incompatibilities faster. Is that a Love is Blind problem? Or is that just what happens when you put real human beings in a manufactured pressure cooker and call it a love story? Comment below right now. What is your prediction for tonight? Do you think any of my calls are wrong? And more importantly, after this whole season, do you think the Love is Blind experiment actually works? Or has Ohio convinced you that the pods are beautiful and the real world is where love goes to die? Drop it in the comments. I am reading every single one tonight while the finale plays. All right, let us close this out fast because you have a finale to watch. 3 things to remember going into tonight. 1. 2 weddings happen. Jordan and Amber say yes. Vic and Christine say yes. One of those marriages is already over. One is still going almost a year later. 2. Mike says no after Emma says yes. Ashley calls Alex a liar and walks out. Brittany and Devonta never even make it to the ceremony. 3. The couple with the least screen time, the smallest production budget, and the fewest dramatic moments is the only one still standing. Vic and Christine. Married April 9th, 2025. Still together today. Love is Blind Season 10 finale drops on Netflix tonight at 3 a.m. Eastern. Reaction video goes up the second I finish watching. Subscribe and hit that bell right now. Tonight is going to be a lot. I will see you on the other side of this finale.